Hi everyone, it's Katie from Scrap for Your Life YouTube. Today I want to share with you my coffee and hot cocoa bar. This is the first year that I've set something like this up for Christmas, and I gotta tell you, it was so much fun to do. I'll probably do it every year now. So let's get started. I'm going to show you my, it's like a baker's rack that I got from Amazon for my husband. I don't drink coffee, but he does, and so I set this little coffee bar up here at the corner of the dining room, and it just has four big cups and the coffee, and then that little tray pulls out for the coffee pods for his Keurig, and underneath it has like where we put the coffee cups and all the four bins underneath. So let's get started on the craft projects that I made for this. So I bought this jar from the Dollar Tree, and I removed the handle so I could just have the jar lid. You can pull it off and on. And then at this point I added the marshmallows to the jar, and then I added these rubber bands around the jar lid because I wanted the seal to be tighter. The seal was not very tight to begin with, so I added, I think, 3 rubber bands or 2 rubber bands, but you could just add as many as you need. You can keep checking it, and you'll know when it's fitting tight. So I've had them in there for like 2 weeks, and the marshmallows are staying really soft. Then I took this ribbon spool, and it fit at the top of the lid, so I used it as a pattern to cut out the circle for the top of the lid and this snowman paper. And so I just traced around the paper where I wanted the snowman to land on the design, and then I cut it out. And I just put it on the top of the lid and used some double-sided tape to adhere it to the lid. And I just took 3 little pieces and stuck it around. You could use hot glue if you wanted to, or some other kind of glue, but this was really quick, so I just wanted to use it something that was quick to put it down. I just stuck it on the top of the lid. And then I added a little bow, one of those Dollar Tree bows, and later on I hot glued the bow. Now here I have these 2 jars from the Dollar Tree that I bought, and one of the lids was dented. I didn't pay attention good enough at the store to notice that, but I just took something and pushed it out so it was undented. And then I tried to get the stickers off the bottom of the jar, but they wouldn't come off, so I took a bowl and put some warm water with some dish soap in it and just set them in there for 5 minutes, and then that way they'll come off pretty easy if you do that. And then I just let them sit, and I took them off afterwards. They came off really easy. I decided to paint the lids to match my colors, which my colors are red, silver, and white and teal. So I took some pearl teal paint, light teal, Martha Stewart paint, and just put it on the paper plate there, and painted the tops of the lids. I was going to only paint the lid part of the top and around the edge, the ring of it, but then later on I decided I wanted to paint the whole thing. And also I started painting with the pearl paint without using any primer, but that didn't work out very well. It was very light and showing through, so I had to go back and use a primer on it. So here I'm just adding some gesso to the plate, and I'm taking my lid and I'm going right over top of what I've already painted with the primer, and I gave it a couple more coats to make it, look darker. And here are my finished lids. I added bows to the top of them. And on these Dollar Tree jars, I'm adding the Andes mints to them. And then I'm going to add in the other jar the chocolate chip morsels. And again, I'm using the rubber band around the rim of the jar to help it get a tight fit, because on these Dollar Tree jars, it's not that tight. And I wanted the mints and the chocolate chips to stay fresh. And here they are with the filled jars with the lids. And I'm just taking this jar or tin, and I'm going to lay my scrapbook paper down, and I'm just going to draw a line at the end where I need to cut, and then I cut the piece out, and I'm going to wrap the tin up with the scrapbook paper. I'm going to use some double-sided tape to seal it, but later on my heater was close by, the vent was, and it was making the double-sided tape come off, so I took my hot glue gun and I just ran a little bead of hot glue, and that worked. It left it down. So I rolled up the tin in the scrapbook paper. And then I took my paper punch circle that was about the size of the lid, and I just cut out one of them snowmen with the punch. And then I made sure that the front was facing the right way, and then I took some more of that double-sided tape and put that down. But again, I had to use the hot glue gun later on that because it kept lifting. And then I took some of this ribbon and I tied a bow around the top of the tin. I made a bow for it. And then I have this tin from Hobby Lobby that I got on sale one day, and so I just put some napkins from the Dollar Tree in it. And then I added some bows from the Dollar Tree. To the handles, I put them on the handles and tied them around. And then I have some candy canes from the Dollar Tree also. And I took some ribbon that I got from Tuesday Morning. And I just cut a long strand and then I tied a bow around my candy canes. And then just stuck them in this little sugar jar. And then I also later added some lollipops from Ross to the center of it. And these are Dollar Tree tags, and I use them on several of things just to decorate the jars. And I took these three and I added it to another Hobby Lobby tin here. And then I put my cocoa inside each one of the tins. And then I added the Dollar Tree bows again to the corners of the tin. And then I wanted to add another one to the center. And these are the Martinelli bottles that I got to put into the baker's rack where the wine goes. We don't drink wine, so I use that. And then later I decided I didn't want the bows. I punched out snowmen out of the paper and put them on, glued them on with hot glue. And right here I'm adding my Dollar Tree cups, hot cocoa cups, and I put those candy canes on, but later I take them off. They didn't look right there. And then I added some garland, white garland around, and here is the finished hot cocoa bar and coffee bar. I think it turned out really cute. Everything looks so cute on the table, and we have lots of goodies to go get and put on our hot chocolate. And I added those straws to the tray later and some sprinkles, and I just took more of those Dollar Tree tags and I popped off the raised images and I just glued them on. Well, actually I stuck them on with double-sided tape to the jars, and I glued a bow onto the hot cocoa tin there. And then I added bows to the coffee bins down there, the coffee mug bins. And there's my Martinelli's again. And then I added this little penguin to the front of there from the Dollar Tree tag, and just add some candy canes and some mints in the tray there. And then I have my sugar and the coffee tin or containers back there with bows on top, and then some more napkins, and then there's a little what do you call that? I forgot what it is, but anyway, I have the hot cocoa towel, and then this little elf that I had, I stuck him in the cup, just peeking out. And then I put a Santa tray, cookies for Santa tray behind the cups there. And then I just decorated the garland with all of the colors that matched throughout my house, the teal, the white, and the red, and the silver. And I added candy canes to the garland. And then I have this sign from the Dollar Tree. I took down the other things I had hanging there and just added those. So that is my hot cocoa bar. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and like I said, it was really fun to make, and thank you guys for watching. Have a very Merry Christmas. Bye.